Wow, it feels so nice to be standing here on this special day. I mean, the first graduation since 2019. It's such a milestone worth celebrating. Today, I woke up feeling very grateful. So before I start, I would like to thank each and everyone who has given Abby and I an opportunity to speak on their behalf. I would also like to thank everybody who made their way here to help us celebrate this moment with us. I can't forget our friends and families who are online who couldn't make it today because of different reasons. Mama, Papa, namwe bavandimwe banje ndabakunda cyane kandi ndabashimiye. I was just saying thank you and that I love my parents for being with me and helping me throughout my time at Quest. I feel like I owe them that. So the class of 2020, 2021, and 2022 worked so hard for them to be here. And I just want to take a minute to acknowledge that and let that all soak in. Feel that? And I can't help but notice how stunning everybody looks. So I think we deserve a round of applause. Especially Florence, I see you. To be honest, it was very nerve-wracking. It's still nerve-wracking to be standing here giving a speech. Because I don't know what to say that would do all of us justice. But also I don't know how to stick to my own script. So instead of preparing a presentation, which I'm quite used to, but it wasn't an option. So instead of preparing that, I decided to talk about my experience here, hoping that somebody would relate or maybe learn something. 4 years ago, I made one of my life's biggest decisions, which was to come here and pursue my undergraduate here at Quest University, Canada. At that time, I was younger, excited, curious, but I was deeply frightened. Everything looked very unfamiliar. The people, the food, the rainy, cold weather, the sun setting at 3 p.m. It was unbelievable. So 2 months in, I was like, it's not mine. Maybe I should pack up and go back home. But then I said, I'm gonna give it a chance and see where this journey would lead me. I started learning how to enjoy myself and being familiar with everything here. But then the CCA process started, and then the pandemic. And then the traction of social movements that I thought were very needed, such as Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement, and the social and the climate change movement. They all happened. At that time, I started intentionally reflecting about my world, our world, and how deeply it was wounded. And when I asked around, it wasn't just me. Everybody seemed to be aware of how wounded our world is. So to wrestle with those questions, I started asking myself, to wrestle with that reality, I started asking myself existential questions that took me into a rabbit hole, such as, why again? But then one question that stuck out was, who is in charge and what is my responsibility? It was in my time at Quest where I learned that to expand the scope of my responsibility and know that it's my responsibility to rewrite and also correct the centuries of injustice that has been written or done in our world. I wish that my graduating classmates would find a way to answer the questions that make them awake during the night. And if the journey gets tough, I hope that you always feel that you are loved and that there is always somebody who is willing to listen and love you all the way through. I want to end on a thank you note to my tutors who have helped me during my time here. One thing that I really cherish so much is that I've had people who were really interested in my growth, both personally but also academically. I also want to thank the student life Barbara, Christy, Katie, all of you, we see you, and thank you so much for your work. Congratulations.